Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. In today's episode, I'm joined with Alycia. And today, kind of a Christmassy episode because not long till Christmas. As we're recording this, it's next week, end of next week, Christmas. So very close. And today, me and Alycia are going to talk about Doctor Who because, well, funny enough, we both like it.
Finally.
Yeah, yeah. And we'll talk a little bit about autism as well. A little bit as well. So Alycia, it's great to have you on the podcast.
I am very honored to be here. I've never done this before, so I'm nervous but excited.
Yeah, it's a good way to be though. Yeah. Would you mind doing a little introduction of yourself a little bit?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hi, I'm Alycia. I cosplay Rose Tyler. My Instagram account is badwolfgirl87. Been cosplaying since I was really young without actually knowing what it was. And I began watching Doctor Who one day when I was really sick, and I've loved it ever since.
It's hard not to love anymore, is it?
Yeah, it's really hard not to love it.
Yeah, like you kind of think it's like it just could be a phase when you're younger, and then we're in 2022 going to 2023 and David Tennant's back as a doctor, so
Yeah, my friends have been pestering me for years to watch it, and I'm like, I don't really want to watch it. I got sick. I'm like, I'll finally watch it. I'll fall asleep probably. Watch the first episode, Rose, and I'm like, I gotta see what happens.
yeah, that was a good episode. Right, I did really enjoy that one.
Great jumping on episode,
Yeah.
and probably why I like Rose a lot.
Yeah, is she your kind of like your favorite companion then?
She's up there. You can't deny Sarah Jane. I like Tegan, and I love Ian Chesterton so much. I love him.
Yeah, yeah. Like Rose is it's a very iconic character, like Doctor Who.
Yeah, just a little bit,
Yeah, only a tiny bit.
just a tiny bit. No big deal.
Yeah, yeah. It like is I think her and the 10th Doctor were really good, but I liked her with the 9th Doctor as well.
Yeah, I think Billy Piper and Christopher Eccleston had great chemistry, and I think it just continued with David Tennant.
Definitely. Um,
Definitely.
like David Tennant and they were really good together. All their episodes were really awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it's very cool. Like that like you like to like cosplay her as well.
Yep. I gravitate onto characters and I fixate on them, and then accounts just happen.
Yeah, they just happen.
They just happen, and then they never go away.
Yeah. Do you kind of change it up who you cosplay, or do you do like Rose for a while? Or do you change it about?
I have a full cosplay page of just all the wacky characters I do, but then I have certain ones that I've like hooked onto that I can't like let go. So I kind of like have their own separate account that's just for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have a few accounts just based on a character you really like.
A few. That's putting it mildly.
Yeah. How many then? Would you say?
Um, Last time I counted, it was a little over 10.
10?
I'm like the doctor. I have many incarnations of myself floating around on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know you could have that many.
I have to log out of so many just to log into different ones
Yeah.
because I'm a crazy person. It's fine.
Yeah. It's it's good though. Like you get just to have a whole page. I think it's better to have a whole page about something that you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because kind of reason I created my own Doctor Who page, I guess, because I wasn't going to put it on my personal page where no one has an interest about it.
Yeah. I know my personal account is very much lacking in anything.
Yeah, yeah, me too. It's good though that that we can kind of relate to these characters.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I'm really awkward. I apologize.
No, no, it's fine. Like, do you have a favorite Doctor, or do you just like them all?
I like certain elements about all of them. I can never choose just one. Like I will always appreciate the Ninth Doctor being my first. And then, I've liked David Tennant for a long time, so of course I like gravitate towards him, obviously. But like there is something magical about each and every one of them and how different their interpretations of the same character are. And I have to appreciate that from an acting point of view.
Yeah, it's really cool to relate to different Doctors as well.
Yeah. Like with the Doctor, I personally would probably act the most like him because I kind of like, he's more of a grumpy, please don't touch me type of person that slowly like works his way into being like more friendly. I appreciate that because I feel like I'm that way just because I'm very antisocial. But, we also have the second Doctor. He's so much fun. I love him. I love his random recorder. I love that he's like the first Doctor actually used a sonic screwdriver as a screwdriver. And then Tom Baker can make that scarf its own personality. So yeah, I love all the Doctors for their own reasons.
Yeah, that is really cool because the Tom Baker scarf, I love it. I love the design and everything.
Oh yeah, that's completely iconic. Like anytime I talk about Doctor Who around certain people I hang out with, they're always talking about Tom Baker.
Yeah, because in the Power of the Doctor, Sasha wore it, didn't he? He wore the scarf. I think all the
Yeah,
Fifth Doctor did as well.
yeah.
Yeah, because what do you think of like the like Shooty Gatwa as going to be the Doctor?
I am so excited for Shooty. So excited. I just saw the him showing off his outfit and there was a lot of mixed reviews on it. I personally like it. I love the color palette for him. I appreciate the fact that he is still wearing a more of a longer coat because long coats when the Doctor runs is just top notch. It's so good. But yeah, and I'm really excited to see how he takes on the Doctor, especially because I think I saw Gallifreyan symbols on his fingernails. I'm so interested in like every aspect of his version.
It looks a bit like the 40th Doctor suit as well, a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, I'm really interested in how they're gonna do David and Shooty. I'm so excited.
Yeah, okay,
Like I'm gonna be so sad to see David gone, but I'm so excited.
it's going to be hard to see him go again as well, though, David.
Yeah, there's no denying he's had an impact on the fandom.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard because like Shooty's design now, it's a bit similar. Like with his brown, it's very similar design when the 10th Doctor wore the brown as well.
Oh yeah, and now that it's more of a tartan plaid look, like the
Yeah,
14th.
yeah.
So
Millie looks like costume a bit similar to Rose a little bit as well. Um,
yeah, I noticed that, but I'm I'm really excited for her. I think she looks really good. I love how it's very practical looking too. Like, because I remember when I saw Amy Pond's first costume that the police kissogram. I'm like, that is so gonna be so hard to run in. But
Yeah,
she made it.
yeah. I like the orange shirt that she is wearing as well. It's something different.
Yeah, it's kind of jarring, but at the same time, it really works with his color palette. But like when I first like it's so bright, it kind of gives me a little bit of Six vibes, which
Definitely.
I'm okay with. I love it.
I love it too. It's something really that like something different. I guess the orange maybe relates to like Home from Gallifrey, I guess, because it's kind of orangey color.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and I saw he had a necklace on as well, so I don't know what that says, but it's really
I'm so
interesting.
excited. I can't
Yeah,
wait for everyone to deep dive on like what does everything mean.
yeah, I'm very excited to see even what happens. 'Cause I think they got 8 episodes in the first series they have. Um, so it's gonna be interesting, like what locations they go to and as well.
I cannot wait for next year.
Yeah, but unfortunately we have to wait till November.
I know. Just 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 hang on. Rewatch old episodes. It's fine. We'll be okay.
Yeah, so watch some Donna and the Doctor episodes because they'll be coming back first. So watch some of them first, and then
Oh yeah.
yeah. But Shooty, like I guess he looks younger than he is, because of course he was in other programs that where he plays a younger character, um, like I guess mid early 20s. So it's gonna
Yeah.
be interesting to see. Like I can't wait to see his TARDIS as well. I know there's been leaks of it being all white, but I don't know if that's just for the 60th. But I would like it to be purple. Is the TARDIS?
Ooh, that'd be really interesting. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like purple and orange maybe now because of his shirt. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I did enjoy the 30th Doctor regeneration.
I thought it was done beautifully. I like it gave me very much end of time, her being by herself
Yeah,
and kind of bittersweet, but I thought it was shot beautifully. I thought, and I loved her last line of tag you're it. I thought it was very on character for her.
definitely, and it was something that it was something really well, the whole scene was really good, and it was left on a happy note rather than like a sad note.
Yeah, I was so curious on who she was gonna regenerate into and like how it was going to switch. And I should have guessed it was gonna be David. My poor family had to hear me scream
I kind of
because I
knew
was like, no, it's one of them, but I'm gonna scream because either one is gonna be amazing.
it was more like before the episode start. I said to my family, David Tennant's gonna be at the end. Just you watch, and then I write because if you think about before the episode starts, like there if there was going to be a series before the 60th, fair enough. Shooty can regenerate, but if it's going to be Shooty go from the get go 60th anniversary, your first episode, that can't really happen because there's too much pressure on him. Um,
That's true.
um, like it's kind of his, I guess, first big role in a show. I know he's been in some other stuff as well, but I don't think you get
Yeah,
any.
he's gonna be in the Barbie
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, it's gonna be in a Barbie movie, but you don't get any better, I guess, than Doctor Who.
That's very much true. Yeah, I think it's just now the anticipation for him now. We're all just clamoring for it.
Yeah, it's something like I think they're filming today as well, which is why they showed um the those pictures today. Well, a good timing for us, like I had to talk about it
Yeah, it
today
was
as well.
really good timing. Like, Merry Christmas to us.
Yeah, yeah, and it kind of leads me to believe, are they actually filming their Christmas episode? Because I think his first proper episode is going to be the Christmas end of next year.
My heart would be so happy.
Do you miss those Christmas specials?
I miss them so much. I loved watching all the Christmas specials. Like it was just like a little sweet thing to have during the holidays. That like it kind of felt special because I guess for me, I'm the only person in my family who's a big Doctor Who fan. So it's kind of like this is my own like I after all the families together, it's like I need my own personal space time. Go watch an episode of Doctor Who. That's perfect.
Yeah, it's really it's really helpful, and like you get to enjoy some of that. On the, I guess one of the best days of the year, apart from your birthday. Um, but watching the New Year's episode, they're not the same. Like New Year comes, like it's doom and gloom. It's not. Although we have to be excited for New Year, it's not as exciting because you
Yeah.
feel, oh, here another year versus January. Here we go again.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, the Christmas specials were kind of a routine kind of thing, which kind of mocked up my routine a little bit as well. Um, Speak about autism, like routine is a big kind of thing with that. And like they changed everything when Jodie was announced as a doctor. Like they changed the whole Saturdays to Sundays. For
Yeah.
people for a lot of people, and like I don't. I preferred them on a Saturday because I thought like like Sunday's more of a rest day, even though you can rest watching Doctor Who. But it's a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a lot of effort to watch it sometimes because of like storylines, are they complicated and stuff like that. Which I always prefer on a Saturday. So I hope they do bring it like Russell brings it back to a Saturday slot, rather than a Sunday as well.
Yeah, I hope so too. But I don't know. I guess I always get really busy on the weekends anyway, so
Yeah,
I end up watching them on Sunday anyway.
yeah, yeah. There was occasionally I did watch it on a Sunday as well if I was out because especially over here in the UK when Peter Capaldi, the 12th Doctor episodes were on, they were like 9:30 at our time, and they weren't they never usually be that late. And so sometimes I'm like, I'm not gonna watch it. I like not to watch it sometimes when they're on, just so I can spend time away from social media a little bit because I don't go on it when I'm watching an episode. I do not go on my phone because you get notifications what's happening.
Yeah, I know I had to avoid so many things with my phone because you guys get it a heck of a lot earlier than we do over here in the US.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, I can't look at anything. It's fine.
Like
It's fine.
it's like like it's like it's like a people are like as soon as something happens that they actually announce it and stuff like that, which is why I always like to be not spoiled. Like I know some things are you can't help it, like with doctors' announcements, companions' announcements. Um, but with the little things when you watch an episode, they don't need to tell you unless maybe leave it a good few hours. But I think the good thing now is that they're making like they have like putting episodes for people not in the UK on like on D Disney Plus for as well. So that's
Oh, yeah.
helpful.
I am very grateful that we're doing that now. Very, very grateful.
Yeah, yeah, because it was the same for me, I guess. Over here, like with the American shows, like if you have Teen Wolf, for example,
Oh, yeah.
like the new movies out next year. And I guess the people in America will have to be able to see it first. Um,
Yeah.
so it's I guess it depends where it all gets made. I guess for where who sees it first and stuff.
Yeah. I'm also just really happy that now I can actually put my Doctor Who stuff with all my Disney stuff. We have a whole cabinet full of Disney movies. I started moving my Doctor Who stuff over, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "It's on Disney Plus." Now it can be out in the open on display. Doesn't have to hide in the cupboard.
Yeah, you can have all your Disney with your Doctor Who.
Exactly.
All worked out.
I know, I'm just really tempted to do Rose Tyler as a Disney princess, so
You should. Good
I
idea.
probably will.
Yeah. Like like it. I think Rose Tyler. Um, I think like with Disney Plus now, like they have so many options to have different shows related to characters. Like Rose Tyler, for example, have his own show based around her.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you can have to. I always say I have a human Doctor story. Like bring David Tennant, like because he can be as old as he does. It doesn't matter how old he is because
That's true.
he's human. So have a human story with them, um, or something.
I I know that when that thing happened, I like when the meta crisis happened, I was like, I would watch a whole series of just human doctor doing mundane human things and being confused about it. I would be super excited.
Yeah,
Just give me a normal doctor story, like with the lodger. It it was like that type of vibe, and I'm like, this is hilarious. I love this. But it felt so like off for like the actual doctor because like you have the TARDIS, you have all this other stuff.
I do like those kind of episodes.
Put in the crisis. It's fine.
The Lodger was a good one. That was I I actually I had a picture outside there the house of the Lodger this
Oh, do
year.
you?
Yeah, I need
I'll
to
have to
share
look
it
into it.
soon. I'm in my 10th Doctor suit, because when I went all around these Doctor Who locations, it's mostly the 10th Doctor. Even if I went to 11th Doctor location, I wore it just because um, I didn't have it. I couldn't bring because it's about 5 or 6 hours away from me, and I stayed up there for a week or so. So I just brought one costume. But yeah, it's quite funny because I stood outside. The door was open. The lodge door was open. And then I was gonna like a person was walking down to go in, and they ignored me. I guess because they knew what it was. They knew why I was here and stuff like that. So I'll say, let me in. Can I go in at the top there? See if the machine's in there. But
Oh,
that was a fun one. Um, before you know about the Missy one.
yeah.
What I also went to remember the girl in the fireplace. Um, do you remember the outdoor scene with the doctor behind the rock and like,
Of course
ducking?
I do. That's when he first met Arthur.
Yeah. I was that one. I was there. I actually recreated that scene as well because it's one of my favorite scenes. Um, and that's my favorite episode as well. The girl in the fireplace. I
I
do
have
like that
thoughts
one.
on it.
Yeah, I do like it. Like it's a sad one. But I guess I just like the music in it.
The music is very good. I think the costuming was really good. I thought the setting was really good. The story was really good. The monsters, the clockwork is so good.
Yeah, I had nightmares when I was a kid about those monsters under the bed. They weren't.
I have a lot of
Yeah,
thoughts on it.
yeah, yeah. It was that
Both good.
episode was very similar to that Peter Capaldi story under the bed as well a little bit. Other though, did have the
Yeah.
monsters.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Is that
I
no?
can't remember what it's called.
I say, is
Um,
that Sleep No More? Or...
it might be.
There's too many episodes,
Yeah,
guys.
there is too many. Like
Which is a good thing because you're never bored if you need something to watch, and it's Doctor Who.
yeah, there's so many episodes you can watch. Like you can watch Love and Monsters if you like it. If you don't like it, watch something else.
I say, I personally I find it enjoyable to watch. It's not my go-to, but I like Jackie in it. I think she's great.
Yeah.
I especially love that here's this human woman. She knows about aliens. She knows that someone's coming after the doctor. And she's like, I will protect him like he's my own child. And it's like, this woman saved the universe with a cup of tea and is going to defend a Time Lord. This, I love her.
Yeah, I like the episode. The only thing is, in a real life situation, if we're going to this meeting room and like a person is leaving each day, um,
Yeah.
and you start to wonder,
Yeah,
and
you'd be a little more concerned for these friends that you have, right?
yeah, and then they got this new kind of professor guy come in who they don't even know. He's really new, and he just says, "Oh, and then he even asked them, with everyone hearing them, can you stay at
Can
the
you say
end?"
that? Can you
Yeah,
say
yeah, and then
not suspicious whatsoever?
no, and the following day that they asked Mr. Kennedy to say, um, where's what's her name? Where's what's her name? Oh well, they're off today. They're ill. They're just at the doctor's.
And nobody went to go check? Okay, great.
Yeah, that's the only thing about the episode. I like the episode as a whole. It's a bit different not having the Doctor as the main kind of like character.
I mean, it worked with Blink.
Yeah, yeah, I really like Blake.
Turn left. I mean, those are some of my favorite episodes to watch because I guess because they are so companion heavy.
Yeah, I would like that for to be the start of series 14 because I would like it if like the companion started it off a little bit rather
Yeah,
than the Doctor.
kind of like how Rose like was figuring out what was up with this weird guy.
Yeah, yeah,
But I have a lot of faith in Russell T Davies.
yeah. Hopefully we have I hope Myra Cold comes back as well. For his music.
Please come back.
Yeah, I literally listen to his music all the time.
I do too. My preschool knows Doctor Who.
Yeah,
Unknowingly know it.
yeah, yeah. Because you play the music.
Yes, I played the music and because I've been doing the response of, oh, I'm listening to this, I'm a nerd type of thing since I was a kid. They all think David Tennant is a nerd. That's his name. And I feel really bad that a whole center calls this poor actor a nerd. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. It, it like did you cry when you left David Tennant? Or
What
did you cry?
I was supposed to meet him at GalaxyCon a few years ago, but his wife had just given birth, so he couldn't make it.
Mm.
But that's how I got to meet Christopher Eccleston, and I was in tears because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my first Doctor. I get to. And then I met Catherine Tate, and she is so lovely.
Yeah, she's really good. I love Catherine Tate. Um, I think she's up there with Rose, one of my favourites. Sarah Jane, of course, as we said before, but um,
And then I think I walked past Alex Kingston as well, and I think I was like completely out of it. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a river.
yeah,
It
like
was
just
that
call
was
her
a
River.
dream day. That was a dream day. It still doesn't feel real. I have pictures. Still doesn't feel real.
Yeah, like next year I want to go to one like a Comic Con to meet David Tennant. I meet anyone, but if I had to meet him, I'll choose him. Um, him and Sasha Dewan. I'd like to meet him as well. That would be my top two. Um, people if I could choose to meet.
If I could choose, probably David and probably Capaldi. I'd love to meet Peter Capaldi.
Yeah. Did you really like his Doctor?
Yeah, I liked his doctor.
Yeah.
But if Matt Smith was ever around, of course I'd have to go see him.
Yeah. Um, I, I, I was very sad when David Tennant left. When he regenerated to Matt Smith, but straight away I knew at first words, even what Matt Smith was saying, that he was going to be a really good Doctor.
Yeah, I enjoy Matt Smith's Doctor. He's very fun.
Like from the first episode.
He's very chaotic.
Yeah, he's really childish, and like I think Shooty Gap was about the age when it might be a bit younger, but similar age to when Matt Smith was the Doctor. Um,
Oh, yeah.
so it's really cool, and I actually went to the his first episode location, like the 11th hour. I actually went to where that was set earlier this year, so I went there and I like it exactly the same. It all looks the same, so it's really cool.
That is so cool. See, I wish I lived in the UK. Then I could go do this cool stuff. But I don't.
Yeah, but
I'm boring.
you have some in America, like in the,
Not much. I mean, I've been to New York, so I've seen the place where they hang out in Time with the Angels.
like the oh, is
One of the
it
Weeping
yeah,
Angels.
like the isn't it the one where Amy and Rory died?
Yep.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
the grave
That,
site's there as well.
yeah, I think so. I never got to visit that, but
Yeah, there's
yeah,
so many I
Central
haven't
Park.
visited either. I'd like to go to America one day just to like. I think you have the lake there as well somewhere, where the Doctor regenerated and like was getting shot by a river in the lake.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Just completely forgot that River kills the Doctor. It's fine. It's not part of her character arc at all.
No, no,
No, no.
I think she was born to kill the Doctor, though, weren't she?
You know, it's a time that we ignore because it's like she didn't want to do that. What are you talking about?
No, yeah, but like. Like yeah, but the thing about the 11th hour episode is that do you remember the red police box um
I
in the
do,
episode?
yeah.
And you remember the lake.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
they're not that the lake got built in, but like they built the lake in for that specific episode.
To know that.
And they took it down. They took it all down when they're done. Um, and the police box was just a prop, though there's no police box there. Um, and I went into the local church, which now I'm really annoyed about because um that was set I went in the church and some really good lady actually told me all about it and like what was happening and stuff like that. But then just the other day I find out the that cathedral the back of the cathedral near where the location was set was set at like the Vincent van Gogh episode where the monster was in the cathedral, and I guess the I didn't know that, but yeah, there's so much. Uh, Um, I do want to go to the location, well, where the grass bit where they set New Earth. I do really like New
Oh,
Earth.
that would be really cool.
Yeah, because
I think the dream spot for me would be Bad Wolf Bay, but I would cry.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
fine. It's fine.
Well, the beach.
Yeah, it's fine. We're good.
Yeah, I did go to that, but I couldn't go on it because of the tide was in because on that particular beach it goes right up. I mean,
Oh
I
yeah.
went quite late in the day, so I'm gonna go back. Maybe I'm gonna go back next year, um, and go to it because I didn't have the chance to properly like have a picture in there, like exactly where it was and that. So it's really cool they've done it because they put the TARDIS on the beach as well. So it's they had to pick a right time for it, otherwise it goes
Oh
into the
yeah.
sea. Um, it's but apparently that beach has got one of the loudest tidal waves in like the world, I think. So it's really loud.
So interesting.
Yeah, really, really loud. And I thought,
That's
oh,
crazy to even think. Like, yeah, they really had to time it good.
they did, and like I had a few pictures there, like but I didn't stay that longer because it was a bit of a drive from where I was staying. But I would one of my favourite, like it's very sad as well, that episode. But it's gonna be like I went through the doors where in the hospital for New Earth. I went through them, but that's a bit different. It's set in like a centre, which is really interesting how they done it. It's really cool how they pick where to do these locations because half a dozen locations in one episode. So it's quite funny.
Oh, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
you need a lot of planning to get that done then.
Yeah.
Good work on you, location people.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good work for them because I couldn't pick all these different locations. I think they have half a holiday a year, don't they, to where they go and stuff. Yeah, it's really cool because um some of these locations you wouldn't even realize it's actually there when you actually go to the.
Yeah, because you know, you got the set decorators that make it look more futuristic or older than it's supposed to actually look. So good on you guys.
Yeah, yeah, and
Way to world build.
it's like the Amy Hambot episode where that's the same place as like the outdoor scene where where Rory got handed by Hambot. They made that really like look different to what it actually looks like.
See that? I love this. I love learning about this.
Yeah, and like it's exactly the same place as the fountain where Missy dance around, and it's just I guess if you watched the first episode of um I forgot what it's called now. Like the first episode for Peter Capaldi, where like you had the clockwork guy sitting on that chair. If you look at that and you go back and look at the Handball episode where you got Rory standing there, it looks exactly the same. I think they just had the chair on the grass. They didn't have the chair on the between the between the walls there, but it's like it's just really cool when you find stuff that's really interesting.
That is really interesting. I also think it's interesting that it's just become canon that the master dances at the doctor's peril.
Yeah, but I think every incarnation, especially New Who, the
Yeah,
Masters danced.
they're just dancing in joy
Yeah,
over
like,
making the doctor miserable. It's a
yeah.
great choice.
It's just really funny because like you had John Sims Masters, he was dancing, Missy dancing, and then you've got
Sasha, it just
Sasha, yeah, they all like their dances.
they all love their dances. I love that it's become a TikTok trend for the master to dance. And
Yeah,
then just all these doctors just staring at each other like, what's going on?
yeah, and I think the latest dancing trend on TikTok is the Wednesday dance from the Wednesday program, isn't it?
We need masters doing the Wednesday dance. Guys, just make it happen, please.
Even anyone, I guess.
I
Like
guess, yeah. Go for it.
yeah, like you could do a rose one. Yeah,
Oh gosh.
yeah, a
If
rose
I feel
dance.
confident enough, I will do it.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm confident about some things, but
hmm, yeah, like 11th Doctor will actually suit the dance. If you have
he
an
would.
11th Doctor.
Oh my gosh, I always do that dance whenever I'm at the weddings.
Yeah,
Anyone I do 11's dance because it's so freeing. It's a weird dance, but it's so freeing because just so loose.
yeah. It's really funny because like he's at that wedding and he just does all that. It's good because it's different. Like you never seen anyone dance like that before. So
No, it's so odd, but it's also like it's such a signature move, and I like when it's like if you're at a wedding and you do that, and people who know, and they're like, I see what you're doing. I
yeah,
get it.
yeah. It'd be good if people like if people do notice that, just make it even more funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really good dance. Like I'd like to do the 11th Doctor dance, kind of like the Wednesday one, like just 11th Doctor cosplay or something.
We need this to happen.
Yeah, um, and then you could like, and then you got it just looked really fun. It would, because I haven't seen all I keep saying on TikTok is that dance.
I
But
know,
they do.
it's just my For You page is Doctor cosplayers, Doctor Who information, and then Wednesday dances.
Yeah,
No in between.
yeah, like it made me watch it. That's what made me watch Wednesday because I thought I had
You're missing out on
yeah.
something. You gotta see this.
Yeah, like what's this all about? And then I watch it. And I was like, okay, okay. Like the autism kind of community as well. Is it influenced around that because of different guest traits that the character Wednesday shows in the show that could come across as being autistic. Um,
Yeah, I on my YouTube, I've gotten recommendations for like showing her being, neurodivergent, and I saw one that's like the doctor being neurodivergent and at different episodes. I'm like, I have to watch this. This is interesting to me.
yeah, because I think if anyone I think did show like to be neurodivergent or autistic in Doctor Who, it'd be 11th Doctor, I think, because he just shows it really well.
Oh yeah,
Um, by not explaining anything as well.
yeah, and that doesn't make him. It's just it's a quirk. It's
Mm.
but it's a good quirk. It works, and I just enjoy seeing that this person can have these traits but still be a genius, still have so many people look up to them, and still save the day.
Definitely, definitely, and like it's really good to be like that because like you have these traits, you have special interest. Doctor Who.
Yeah,
Um, like it's which why I like finding like a community about it, like people who you can talk to like us, who don't get bored talking about it. Because
yeah,
like you say, if you talk to your friends who don't like about it, they think, oh, okay, I don't know much. I don't know much about it.
I know. My one friend who cosplays Martha, because I asked her to, and she's just starting to watch New Who. I can finally convince her. She's like, I get why you like it. I get it. And she's like, it's a good hyperfixation to have.
Yeah, it is really good, like just to watch. Um, and I can't believe some episodes are that old. Like David Tennant wasn't the 10th Doctor like 15 years ago, I think, about 15 years ago now. So um, it's really it's really cool.
I was thinking the end of Doomsday. Doctor's talking, boom. Well, I've been abandoned. Okay.
I suppose
No,
if my last chance to say
no,
it, goodbye. But yeah. Speaking of Doomsday, Doomsday's a good episode.
it's such a good episode. I think it's top notch. I think the acting is amazing. I can't watch it without crying. But that's the same with the parting of the ways. I think Christopher Eccleston did such a good job, but like Doomsday is it's one that's like I want to watch it when I need a good cry.
Yeah, I guess I'm like that watching the Journey's End, end of Journey's End, like when Donna says goodbye, like has to go.
Like, oh, and then Wilf's speech to the doctor as he leaves.
Oh, oh,
God bless.
yeah.
Wilf.
Well, Wilf is it's sad. Like we heard that news that he died this
I'm
year.
so I'm like I'm excited to see his part in the 60th, but it's gonna be so bittersweet because I'm gonna start tearing up as soon as he's on screen.
Mm, yeah, like it because I plan, as far as I know, I plan to go to a few different Doctor Who locations July time next year, and on my list is the cafe at the end of time part 2, where the Doctor and Wilfred were, and they said all those words, didn't they? They said like I think Wilfred said I'm going to die, and then the Doctor says don't you dare, and now that's actually there, I do want to go. I wanted to go to it this year, but I didn't have time. So I want to go to it next year, just so I could be there. And I imagine it's changed a lot since the episode, though. But it's just one of those things. So yeah, it's going to be really sad, but it's a good way. It's a good thing. His last acting appearance was on Doctor Who.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, it's going to be.
So bitter.
Yeah, it's going to be really sad. Um,
We're all gonna have a lot of emotions when the 60th specials come out.
yeah,
So
like
many.
it's gonna be sad. Like I personally think Wilfred. It's down to Wilfred possibly that why the Doctor is there. Um, like he's maybe called the Doctor or something.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how this all plays out, especially because you have I'm I'm assuming of who Neil Patrick Harris is going to be.
Hmm. Yeah,
The celestial toy maker.
yeah, we got to assume. Like, there's no other thing
I
not
think
to.
it's a good assumption that everyone has
Yeah.
because he's a character that was introduced during the first Doctor and never
Hmm.
seen him.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense for the 60th being the 60th anniversary, going back where it all started with the toy
Yeah.
maker.
Can it be November of 2023 yet?
I've got a TARDIS.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Guys, everybody get your TARDIS. I'm ready.
Do you want to know what happened in the 60th?
Sure.
Well, basically, Donna, memory is back, so she has all her memories back. She has a kid called Rose.
Oh yeah.
And then yeah, and then the toy maker what plays around with Doctor incarnations and stuff like that.
It's the biggest thing I have to assume.
Yeah.
Just I'm,
I,
I'm just ready to see how it plays out, guys.
I'd like to see some more different maybe companions, like maybe New Year, some more New Who companions, maybe like Martha Jones, Amy, um Rory, Rose potentially. It makes sense for actually Rose tried to come back.
Yeah, I would love for Martha to come back. I have been waiting for her to come back
Yeah.
in any capacity.
Yeah, Martha's really underrated, isn't she?
I adore Martha so much, which is why I'm very grateful that my one friend has agreed to be my Martha and watch Doctor Who.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good that you've got someone into it.
I know, it's like all my friends in high school are like, you gotta watch this. Finally do. Nobody wants to watch it with me, but I got one.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you say to your friends that to watch something, and then they won't watch it, and then they ask you to watch something, they expect you to watch something that they've suggested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on, where's the middle ground here, guys?
Yeah. Maybe they think it's like a child program, but it's not. It's there's so many different ages watch it.
Yeah. I know I said the other day, I'm like, I mean, Doctor Who, it's quote unquote geared more towards children, but not. And my
Yeah,
friend's like, how does that make sense? I'm like, you just gotta watch it to understand.
it is one of the best shows.
There's a reason it's been on for 60 years.
Yeah, yeah. There is a reason for it because people love it. Yeah, like it's the only thing annoying about these new characters having you get a new character in Doctor Who, the ones you like, is because you kind of want to cosplay them in like future and stuff. So it's hard to get into stuff sometimes.
Mhm.
For them like in a way, the Shooty's new look, except for the orange t-shirt, it's very similar to David Tennant. Um,
Yeah.
so they may potentially not need much for that, but like I guess for Millie, you just have to very similar to Rose, so not that much different. Um, because
I just found the top that she was wearing from Topshop. So I'm very
oh, there you
I
go.
have that one, so I'm ready to start cosplaying her, adding her to my list.
Yeah, another account to create.
Oh gosh. Oh no, don't say that. Oh no. Gosh. Here comes number
11, 12, 13.
probably 16 at this point. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to do a head count and see.
Yeah, like you're more than the incarnations of the Doctor.
Yeah, I mean, if we include the timeless children, am I up? Am I up with the doctor?
Yeah, yeah. If you don't include the timeless children, um, you're very close. Very, very close.
But I guess my question with Christmas coming, what is the number one Christmas episode that you watched?
Christmas Invasion.
Christmas Invasion.
Yeah,
I mean, same.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's
What
my
is it about
favorite.
Invasion that you're just like, that's the one?
I like it because I guess it was my first one,
Yeah.
and I like it because it's different because the Doctor's not the main impact of the episode. He's
Yeah.
just you could say that for the same for Pete Capaldi's one, but he's more awake than not. Um, but I like it because the ever you have a different monster not I've really seen before, and still haven't seen them since the episode. Um, that's the
Please, I want more.
I do like
I
them.
want the Sycorax back.
Yeah,
I like that.
they are really good, and I like it because it's almost like they're in a massive crisis as well. They're calling for the Doctor in the episode, and yeah, it's my favorite. The best part of the episode I love it's from when he says like to them when he comes out of the TARDIS says like, "Did you miss me?" And like, of course, that's reference to everyone saying, "Yeah, we miss you."
Yeah, we did. Where have you been?
Yeah, yeah, I love it. That's one of my favorite episodes, and then you get to see his kind of rage in that episode as well as his
Yeah,
niceness.
I like how it foreshadows the Time Lord victorious energy that he has.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just something. It's
Oh, that was kind of dark. Okay.
yeah. Do you have a Christmas episode that you don't like?
I don't think so. I think the one that I probably watched the least is, oh gosh. I think the Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe.
Oh yeah,
Like I enjoy it. I love 11 being like a nanny, a babysitter. But it's kind of heartbreaking for the widow, like,
mm.
and yeah, it just makes me a little bit too sad.
Yeah. I yeah, it's a pretty sad episode. Um, I guess the one I didn't like that much. Well, no, maybe don't watch that much. Is the Christmas one with Santa Claus in it with Peter Capaldi.
Oh, Last Christmas.
Yeah. Um,
Oh, I forgot about that one.
yeah.
Maybe that's the one.
Yeah. I don't really watch that one that much. Um. Well, I don't really watch any of Peter Capaldi's Christmas ones that much. But I did like Doctor Mysterio. Doctor Mysterio is actually something different.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot about that one. I forgot that
Um.
was a Christmas one.
You have so many. The wedding of a River song is actually his best one. The wedding of River song is a good one.
I love that one.
Yeah.
I think the chemistry between the Doctor and River is like, I loved her with 11, but her with 12 was like top notch for me.
Yeah, and then her story ends with.
It felt so like, it was like, oh yeah, it's another crazy River story, but then at the end it's like, oh gosh, this is literally right before the silence in the library. Uh
It's done really nicely done with all those years though. Like,
yeah,
because of course, like just it starts with David Tennant, but of course it ends with David Tennant in a way, and it starts with Peter Capaldi.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. Um, just oh,
I think
I miss all these Christmas specials. Like we're getting these New Year's specials now, but I didn't really like any of them. Um, like I didn't really like them. They didn't have to be all. I know Daleks have to be in each series, but they didn't have to put all three of them in each three of the Christmas, no, New Year episodes. Sorry.
yeah, like Daleks, the more you use it, it's like kind of like the weeping angels. The more you see of them, the less terrifying they are.
Yeah, yeah, because you haven't have awfully a lot of Weeping Angels stories. It's like Cybermen and the Daleks are the main ones where you get them quite a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, at least with the Cybermen, they get updated because things are always changing. There's always new technology, new designs.
Yeah,
But Daleks are kind of, they're more static. They have the same basic design
yeah,
and they have the same goal. Always.
yeah.
Which I mean, same with the Cybermen, but they look completely different every time you see them, I think.
My favourite design of them is when them in the like the first Cyberman story David Tennant was in.
Oh,
Um,
the Age of Steel, Rise of the
yeah,
Cybermen.
yeah, I
You've
like
heard of
them then. I think they're the best.
that design. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, like they are the best ones. That design. I had a feeling that Peter Capaldi was going to come up against them because he saw them in the cabinet
Oh,
at that episode with the the Dalek episode with Peter Capaldi. He saw
oh,
Cyberman in that in the museum, and I thought, hang on a minute, is this going to be a Cyberman episode?
oh my goodness, yes. Yes. Gosh, there is so much Doctor Who stuff that you forget
Yeah,
until someone brings it up.
yeah, yeah. I'm reminding you today, am I?
You really are.
Yeah,
Like, here I'm thinking I'm a big expert, and it's like, wait a minute. You're right. I forgot about this and that.
Um,
I also think I enjoy the Russell T Davy, alternative universe design probably because I like the behind the scene videos of them running in the park with K9.
oh, I miss K9. I miss K9. I want him back. Doctor Who.
Yeah. Please bring back K9.
So,
We
bring
need
back for the
we need
60th.
Tin Dog. We need the Tin Dog.
Yeah, yeah. We do need the Tin Dog.
We need the Tin Dog. Come on.
Tin Dog is. Well, we need it. I would have liked it to say to the 13th Doctor, hello, mistress. It would have been something different.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, it's really interesting. Lots to look forward to next year. I think,
Yes.
like the 60th anniversary. Bring on November next year.
Bring them in.
Um, do you want to talk a little bit about? Shall we talk about a little about like autism and that? Like you said, I think before that, you work with some people who have autism.
Yeah. You mainly see it like with the older kids and like when they're like with the kids I work with, you can't tell whatsoever because they're all still in the middle of developing.
Hmm.
But as they get older, like I've seen kids who are 5 to 6 and older, you start to like recognize that there are some patterns that some kids have to be in. Um, there's one child I've worked with that I kind of noticed when he was in my class, but then as I watched him grow older, there are certain triggers that he would have that it's like, okay, we need to start discussing like how this behave like what's going on to cause this certain behavior of like not wanting to pay attention, having a little bit more trouble like keeping their body to themselves or like not wanting anything by them. Um
Yeah.
it's, we're doing a Christmas pageant at one of the churches and there's a child there who's playing an angel and she can't have things around her waist but she wants to wear something that all the other angels have on her head, but there's sensory stuff, there's stuff that happens within the show that it's too loud for her, so we have to accommodate to make it comfortable for her. And it's just you have to be really patient and just start to talk to the kids, just let them know that you're there for them, that you can, you're trying your best on how to make them feel comfy, but also have fun. And, when you see other kids who are like not understanding what's happening with this, you have to like explain me like they just have certain things that they don't like or that they just can't handle. And I think it really works that we all kind of come together as a community to just like help other people be aware of what's going on and also help the child feel like they're not being, you know,
Yeah.
outed as
Yeah.
like
I, I,
themselves.
I think that's good because like I think anyone, 'cause of course everyone's different. Like with people who are autistic, everyone has different. Some people might need more help, but some people may not. It's about different things. Like if you're that impactful about Doctor Who, you're not going to be needing much help about the knowledge about it. But maybe
Yeah.
someone else, maybe maths. I'm not that great in maths, so I might need a bit more help, or someone else might need some help. So it's very different, and it's better. It's good when people see that, like rather than because it is hard to say you need help if you, I guess you get shy. Um, and it's good when like people can spot that may need help.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you know, you it's also different levels. Like you have a wide spectrum.
yeah,
You have like some people you can't even tell because they seem to act, quote unquote normal, whatever normal is in your world. And then there are people that you can definitely tell that, there's more sensory issues that they need help overcoming. And you just got to be really patient and figure out what you can do or what someone else can do to like help.
Yeah, I think patience is the key. Patience is the key. I think. But yeah, it's great that you do stuff like that because like you help. It's good to help people.
Yeah, we're all just trying to be the doctor.
Yeah, in disguise.
Trying our best. Trying our best.
Yeah. Um, you are the doctor.
I am the doctor.
You are the doctor. But Alycia, before we go, do you have a favorite quote or a quote that you relate to in Doctor Who?
Um, yes, absolutely. My favorite quote that I try to like live by every day is from the Ninth Doctor, and he says it in the episode 7, Father's Day, and it is 900 years, and I've never met anybody who isn't important.
Yeah, that is a great line because like everyone's important. It's not nice to tell you you're not important.
Exactly. Like you again, I I have felt like I'm not important, but I like to remember that line because everyone is important at least to someone, and if I can be the person to be like, hey, you're important to me, to like help someone else through their day, that's the best I can do.
That is great. That's good. That is great advice. That is, I think. Um, but yeah, I love that quote too. I like all the quotes. Like they have they are really like meaningful. They're not just quotes just in a show. Like they really impact your life, don't they?
Yeah, they really, really do.
Yeah. But Alicia, I hope you've enjoyed coming on podcast talking about Doctor Who and stuff.
I was really nervous, but you've made this feel like an easy conversation, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you. To anyone seeing this episode, and everything. I hope you've enjoyed it as well, and hope everyone has a nice Christmas. Hopefully we get a few Doctor Who stuff, Alicia, maybe.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, I do every year, but I don't think it's going to be a change this year. But yeah, fingers crossed we do.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks Alicia. You're awesome.
Thank you.